Hi Scorpio, welcome back. So Scorpio, this is going to be your reading for mid-month July. This reading will run about 2 weeks, end of July, early August. It's just a check-in to see how things are going. It's a you versus them, Scorpio. So I'm going to be pulling cards on you, what your hopes, fears, next steps are, and then I'm going to be pulling cards on the person external to you, what their hopes, fears, next steps are. The person external can be anyone that's of significance in your life the next 2 weeks or so. It could be an intimate partner, an ex, a family member, a friend, you name it. And just keep in mind, because it's a general reading, it can also be interchangeable, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here, Scorpio. Also check out my social media account links down in the description box below, as well as my other YouTube page, Tarot Talks with Dana, also linked down below, where you can see other fun stuff. Okay. So overall energy, the overall shared energy is the Queen of Wands. This could be what you're embodying or they are. Or you could literally be dealing with fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. Regardless, it talks about creativity and being in a more action-oriented energy, ready for action. You know, this is a much more fiery energy, Scorpio. So we'll see how that pans out. Your overall energy is the Judgment card. Okay, so I do feel like whoever this is that that's resonating with you for this reading, there's some sort of judgment surrounding this person and or you. It is also talks about a sense of feeling tied to somebody, whether on an emotional level or a spiritual level, you know, or obligated for a few of you. So we'll see what that's about. The person you're dealing with is in the Eight of Swords. This person is restricting themselves, okay? They might be their own worst enemy during this time period, quite literally. And for others of you, they may be kind of restricting, fully expressing, you know, their truth, their inner truth to you. So how you view this person, Scorpio. All right, so you have the Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups and how you view this person. So I feel like you find some sort of emotional satisfaction with this person, and yet you're still kind of two minds here, which is interesting. So the Two of Wands in traditional tarot talks about kind of being at a crossroads. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry. There is the biggest, hugest monarch, yellow, orangey type of butterfly that was just outside my window. And if it comes back, I'm going to show it to you. Actually, you had a reading I did that a cardinal showed up. This time it was a butterfly. This thing was huge. And you can't see it, but I have a huge window right there. So if it comes back, I'm going to hurry up and try and move the camera back. Anyways, I have ADD. And that was crazy. Mostly because it's happened only in your video. Of all the videos I've done, and it's now happened twice. The first time it was a red cardinal, and just now it was a what looked like a huge monarch butterfly. Whatever. Butterflies might be important. Okay. I don't know off the top of my head what the meaning of butterflies are, but this is, anyways, back to the you. Two of Wands. So it is being somewhat at a crossroads, and that's how you view this person, okay? You see this person moving towards a more emotionally fulfilling space for a lot of you, or you want that with them. So how they view you, Scorpio, they view you as the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups and the Moon. So whoever this is, you have past history with, okay? Because that's my past history card. They view you as, you know, having a commitment potential, absolutely. You know, I feel like this person feels that there's a lot of underlying emotions here that are probably not being spoken on, though, okay? There's kind of a secretive energy in the way that they view you. Somewhat childlike at times, or maybe you have the tendency to be that way, or they feel that way about you. Remember, this is their perception of you, not necessarily how you see yourself, but how this person does. But at the same time, you know, seeing a lot of potential growth with you, commitment even. For some of you, you are committed to this person, okay? So I'm going to keep it general, and then I'm going to get more specific at the end. But towards the end of July. End of July, you have the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so could be dealing with, this is Taurus energy here, where you have that in your chart, or it's just the energy around you. The Hierophant is, you know, going to a more fixed energy, a more stable energy. It also speaks about partnerships. Like I said, a lot of you, you're already partnered with this person, or you have some sort of commitment or obligation with this person, okay? For a few of you, it could be someone you work with, but most of you, this is going to be likely intimate love. But there's a defensiveness here, or feeling the need to defend this relationship for some reason. So let me get all the cards out and see the person you're dealing with towards the end of July. Person you're dealing with towards the end of July. Yeah, this person's uncertain. They might be, they're withholding like a mother. I almost said mother effer, but I caught myself. They're withholding here. They're either restricting themselves quite literally from communicating with you, and or they're holding back some information here. It could be in regards to a third party, or for some of you where you're not speaking to this person, they could be hiding the fact that they would like to reconcile things with you. So, or feeling somewhat guarded in regards to coming together or reconciling things, either with you or with someone else in their life. So let's get some clarity and see where this goes. Get a little more specific. What's the Judgment card? It's the Judgment card. Eight of Swords. What is that about? This is Two of Swords. Okay, so very interesting. What's the Seven of Wands? Okay. So, Scorpio, I got a little more info for you. Sorry, thank you for being patient with me when I clarified these. So, over the Judgment card, which is your overall energy, is the Page of Swords here. So, I feel like Scorpio, This is kind of similar to the Aries reading, but it's a sense of wanting to get more information on whoever this is. Some of you, it's quite literally spying, being, getting information without asking directly. So it's kind of like a passive aggressive approach where like you gain information from other people, other sources, be careful with that, Scorpio. So I feel that energy here. Now, I clarified the person that you're dealing with, the Eight of Swords, the Six of Wands. That's a very contrasting energy. So I feel like this person is restricting themselves from you, or in somewhat of self-restriction mode. But then with the Six of Rods here, this is getting attention. For some of you, it gets your attention when this person restricts themselves from you because you're trying to figure out why that is. Or it's like it intrigues you when you don't know what you don't know. Very Scorpio-like. Yeah, I'm going to get more clarity on that one. That's an interesting message there. So I wanted to clarify the Hierophant, and I got the Hermit. This is Virgo energy out now. There's a sense of seeking more information here. I think this is on your partner. Some of you are seeking information on your partner, or downright spying on them, or they you, or there's something to do with that for a lot of you, okay? And I feel like it's kind of coming from a place of defensiveness, or feeling like you need to, maybe trying to decide whether you need to put your defenses up or not. So over the Seven of Wands, I have the Strength card, Four of Cups. This is Leo energy now. Could be in your chart, their chart, or just the energy. This is like putting defenses up and just emotionally detaching, okay, from the situation or this person at the end of the month. Some of you are working on one partnership while emotionally detaching yourself from another partnership that you keep your defenses up with. Particularly seeing Leo, Virgo, but it can be any zodiac sign. And then this person over here, Queen of Swords, air energy now, Knight of Swords. What are they restricting? Well, they're restricting communication, quite literally. It's like the same message over and over and over again. They're withholding information here, purposely. And what is it they're withholding? It's the Three of Cups, the Emperor, and the Two of Rods. Okay, so for some of you, they are kind of being guarded because there's two different scenarios here, and I'm going to go into them and recap here in a minute. For some of you, they don't want you to know that they want to reconcile because they want to feel in control of the situation, and also they want to move on. For others of you, they may be withholding the fact that there is like a three-party situation here where there's another person involved. Or that they're looking at other opportunities. So let me get a couple more clarifiers out, and then I'm going to break it down again into two groups, because there's two groups here, and some of you are in both groups. Okay? Group one, if you had an ending with the person that's here, I feel that for some odd reason, you still feel some sort of attachment or tie to this person, and you can't figure it out. And I feel some frustration here regarding that. I think like it's this, like needing to know more information here, whether you or they. This person is getting attention, but or having some sort of achievements, yet restricting themselves from you. So Scorpio, I feel like I said, a lot of you are not talking to this person. They're purposely restricting themselves from you. And that keys your interest somehow. You view this person, you know, I think you go in cycles with who this is. You have past history with who this is. You know, there was a point in time where there was commitment potential here, or it was a wish fulfillment. And then things got really, really heavy and very complicated. Now, that's how you see each other. So that's all past history now. The future energy is that you're moving into a partnership for a lot of you, yet having trouble keep putting your defenses down, still emotionally detaching at times. Even though I feel for a lot of you, there's a new partnership here, okay? And then this person over here is still restricting themselves at the end of July from communicating. And the thing is that they're still of two minds about this. You know, I think that the reason they're not communicating is because, yeah, I think a piece of them does want some sort of reconciliation here, but the other piece of them wants to move forward, move on, be in control. You know, so they also might be actually literally traveling having celebrations, thinking about other options. Okay. That's group one. Group two. Group two, and you could be in both, because I see some of you are in both. Group two, I feel like whoever this is, you know, they kind of are their own worst enemy at times, all right? Scorpio. And I almost get like kind of like a showboating quality here, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like, you know, they view you as someone that they want to commit to or are committed to. Okay? They see you as someone who also carries a lot of emotional burdens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're capable of taking on a lot, but at the same time, they view you as someone who, maybe takes on more than you should. You know what I'm saying? Especially on an emotional level. I feel like, if this is your situation, you want to talk things over with this person or talk things out for some of you, okay? And just kind of close the door on this, close the door on whatever chapter this is within the relationship, And towards the end of the month, there is the Hierophant here with the Hermit, which is a much more stable energy, yet at the same time, not truly letting this person in. Particularly, like I said, if it's a fire sign, Leo is out, but could be Aries, Sagittarius. Not truly letting this person in. And why? Why is that? That's what I'll clarify. And then this person over here kind of restricts, they respond, so they restrict themselves, or it puts them in an uncertainty. They're uncertain about, it makes them feel uncertain when you do that, Scorpio. And it kind of makes their energy kind of go more cold and detached towards you. Okay? But at the same time, they're thinking about, they're of two minds about coming together, about moving forward, and they want more of a handle on the situation than they currently have. And that's a problem for them. whether that's their own situation or the situation with you, you know, and or they want more of a hand in it, a say-so in it. Towards the end of the month. So I did want to clarify why still defensive at times. What's this about? So I do feel that, Scorpio, if you're in this situation, some of you feel like you need to defend your partner or your family, you know? Like, particularly for those of you with a third party involved. Third parties aren't always cheating. If there's someone on the outskirts of this relationship that has the Emperor-like energy, which is a very, very intense energy, you know, some of you feel like you need to defend your relationship from someone interfering with it, or your partner. And I feel like you're trying your best at the end of July to kind of ignore the behavior or the third person so that you can focus on investing here and bringing more stability here. I'm getting, like, so many different things are popping through my head. It's getting hard to narrow it down. It's getting hard. There's someone here with a disinterest, you know, it's like, I'm not going to give this attention anymore. And yeah, that's where the defensive energy is coming from. So that's an interesting reading. Interesting reading. So like I said, the zodiac signs I have here, okay, and like I said before I wrap it up, some of you are in group 1 and group 2. Some of you have someone that you restrict yourself from, that you probably had an ending with, and then someone that is currently in your physical everyday life. And so if that's the case, listen to group 1 and group 2 because they're both for you. Others of you are just going to be in one or the other, or this might not be your reading, but some of you, it's like wanting to work on one relationship while emotionally distancing yourself from the other so that you could have stability within the relationship. So for a lot of you, converge group 1 and group 2 because it's all one situation. And I just did your weekly in the live today, and it was a very convoluted situation, lots of different people involved as well. So I kind of am seeing that again here. Also check out the weekly reading if you haven't seen it yet, because that's what I'm feeling again. I'm not even really sure what to call this reading at this point. I guess I want to get some guidance here. So what is the guidance here? What's the guidance here? So you have guidance here. It says healing, and when I did your Mercury retrograde reading, it was about forgiveness, and the Don Henley song Forgiveness popped into my head. So for some of you that's important because retrograde is still going on during this time period. It will end towards the end of July. But that's kind of a similar message here. And also the Four of Swords is keeping quiet, you know. Keep focused on your vision and keep an open mind to other opportunities as well, because I know that was also a message in your reading was the Seven of Cups. It's here again. Seven of Pentacles here is the guidance. So some of you, some of you are restricting yourself because you feel like you don't have any other option. But the guidance is that you most absolutely have options, and you most absolutely have a choice in the matter. So I see that again. This also serves as a caution for those of you with the third party that you can't keep a plan B, C, D, and E going, because eventually it is all going to come together, and probably not in a good way. If that's you doing that or the person you're dealing with doing that, that's a message there for them. But overall, I think the guidance here, Scorpio, is to keep focusing on investing in yourself and healing yourself. And as far as like the situation with the person that's restricting themselves from you, or you, they, the message is the Four of Swords, which is a continuation of that here. So I hope, and don't get mad at me if you're another zodiac sign cross-watching, because I didn't do guidance cards on all of the signs, but this was a very, very complex reading, and I wanted to get a little bit more clarity there for you. So hopefully that helped you a little bit. I wish you the very best. Like I said, lots of, I have Leo here, I have Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces are the predominant zodiac signs I have here. Those could be placements in your chart or the person you're dealing with. It's going to be different for all of you, excuse me. I hope that it resonated, and until next time, my friends, namaste.